Okay, I'm Mackenzie, and this is my special occasion speech. "70 years. 70 years is how long my grandma, Tanya Hill, has lived and walked this earth, gracing everybody with her kindness and dedications to those she loves and cares for. Someone with these attributes is an extremely memorable person and somebody nobody could forget. My grandma and I have been extremely close for as long as I can remember, and she is my best friend. I know her better than anyone else. She's always been there for me through my hardest times in life. She cries when I cry, laughs when I laugh, and feels down when I feel down. We do everything together, and she is my biggest role model. She has taught me how to be strong and independent, and that you can make things work even if the task is daunting or seems impossible. The topic for today's speech is that everybody deserves a woman like my grandma. The three main points I'll be discussing today is that how hard of a worker she has a kind heart, and that she fights for what she wants. First, I'd like to talk about how hard of a worker my grandmother is. She's never taken a day off in her life and is always up and moving, whether it's cleaning the house, working, or taking care of somebody she loves. She knows she's starting to get older, but that doesn't stop her from keeping going. With how hard of a worker she is and all she does, there's no doubt that she's an excellent mother, grandmother, and caregiver. As I grew up watching this behavior, it has helped me show me how to work hard and stay dedicated to my tasks and studies. My grandma makes sure she's keeping busy and showing me these things around her. It means to be a hard worker. In addition to my grandmother being such a hard worker, she's an extremely kind and nurturing soul. My grandma has been a caregiver for both her sister and her father. Even though she never wanted to take on that role and responsibility, she stepped up to the plate when nobody else would, because she knew what they needed at that time. It was extremely hard for her, given that both members were her immediate family, and she had to watch them both suffer through the end of life. If she was able to do that for those she loves, you can tell that she would never let somebody go without a bed to sleep on, a meal, or somebody to talk to. She's the type of woman who would give you the shirt off your back if you were without. She has put her life on hold for the people she loves without batting an eye. She is a real sweetheart. Lastly, she's a fighter. She fights for what she wants always. From a young age, my grandmother has had to work for all she has. She was not born into wealth, and my great-grandfather was in the U.S. Navy and was not the nicest man to her. So she heavily relied on her mother for support. She lost her older brother from the effects of World War II. Once she grew up and out of the house, she married my grandfather, who was also in the military. They would spend months on end away from each other, from one another, and she always had to find things to fill her time, mainly with odd jobs here and there. She's always worked in labor and never went to college. She was a janitor, Leatherman toolmaker, and Home Depot cashier. With all you've heard from her life experience, you can tell she has fought for all she has by doing what she can throughout her life to make ends meet. She has worked every day for as long as I've been alive and known her to ensure it all is handled and taken care of, no matter how hard the task may be. In conclusion, my grandmother, Tanya Hill, is an amazing, uplifting human being. She's a hard worker, kind soul, and fighter. Everyone deserves a woman like my grandma in their lives to support them, cheer them on through life's milestones and accomplishments. I truly believe my grandmother is my best friend, and she is one of my biggest supporters in life. She's someone I can always count on to be there for me and support my decisions in life. Now think about who your grandmother is. Is she one of your biggest inspirations?